Good morning, direct marketing class. So as of today, we're going to continue our discussion from our previous chapter, which is chapter 2, and it is entitled with the planning. Okay, let me just share it with you our presentation, which is the planning for direct marketing campaign. And previously, we already discussed the steps in direct marketing techniques. So we learned how to clarify the objectives, choose the strategy, the tactics, and lastly will be the design a marketing plan. So as of today, we're going to move on with the number 2, 3, 4, and 5 on our based on our syllabus. Okay, so let's move on. So we will discuss the 11 steps to success. Actually, it is already related with the previous one, the steps in direct marketing. We already discussed with the objectives, right? And here, based on our author, I would like to share with you the Common Sense Direct Marketing from Drayton Bird. It is also similar, but he states the 11 steps to success. So let's find out what are those steps. Before that, let's read this quotation from Winston Churchill. He said that use simple words everybody knows, then everybody will understand. So in every detail of our life, that it would be much easier if we use the simple words. And same thing is in advertising. If you wanted to reach out your target market, explaining what is the benefits of your product or the service that you have, it is much better to communicate it in a simple words, so that as stated there, that everybody would easily grasp and understand the words that you wanted to inform them, right? So same thing goes with the 11 steps that we're going to study. So this is the hierarchy of the marketing thinking. So this is the 11 steps from the business mission. We all know that every business has its missions, right? Then the objectives, the marketing objectives, the marketing strategy, down going to communication objectives. Then after that will be the community strategy, advertising objectives, creative strategy, media strategy, and then lastly would be the contact strategy. Right? So let's discuss one by one. From the very beginning, which is the business mission of every company, okay? Right. So we all know that we have to understand what do you want to achieve in your business. Diba? We all know that if we have the mission, we have to perceive that it will be attained, right? So on the left side, on this side, just to show you, I took this from the mission of the Jollibee. Okay, hindi sa pinopromote ko sila. It's let's just have a study case regarding their mission. So their mission is to serve great tasting food, bring the joy of eating to everyone. So we all know na yung Jollibee, they mostly promote yung happiness when it comes to when you go to inside their store, okay? And then whenever you sit there, you will just enjoy the food. So I believe that they are already attaining all the mission, right? So down to the mission, they have these business objectives. So with this, kapag may objectives ka, kasi kung ano yung gusto mo mangyari sa mission eh. So their objective aims to be the largest homegrown quick service restaurant chain that is chain in Asia by 2020. I took this from the website. So previously, probably after 2 years ago, it was already there. So, and I do believe with this objective, it was already attained in Asia, not only in Asia, but actually in international. So let's see the second one that they have objective, which will be supported by continuous store expansions and acquisitions of several brands abroad. So it is already a checklist. Now they already achieved this business objectives. So once you already have these business objectives, as shown here, from this intention, you will derive your own marketing objectives. So ano yung magiging market, how are you going to market yung objectives na yun? Let us see. The next page. No, sorry. Nag-jump siya. Okay, so from the marketing objectives, their objective will be to provide the fastest and most consistent service, bring down the service time to 3 minutes. Because you wanted to be, as mentioned a while ago, there is to be the largest homegrown and that everybody will be enjoying their service as well and the food, both of it, diba? So, yung marketing objective niya is para mas lalo mapalapit ang mga tao. Of course, you have to have a quick service na if you will be conveniently eating there, mabilis ang serbisyo mo, right? So, yun. So, create customers' loyalty through service, quality, and efficiency. So, yun yung objective, marketing objective siya. So, how are they going to have this marketing strategy downward? So, with that, para ma-achieve nitong objectives na to, is that they will have their advertisement either through broadcast, either in TV commercials, in YouTube commercials, and plus factor na yung sinasabi nila ng customer loyalty. So they have this membership card so that you will come back again. Every time you purchase their item or their product, you're going to have a points. Diba? So you can see, pababa, hanggang sa magkaroon ka ng communication objectives. Why did Drayton Bird have this in mind with the communication objectives? It is very vital because you have to have this communication with your clients or with your customers or either your prospect consumers, diba? Para you can continuously have this communication with them. How? Okay, so if you have this communication strategy is because you need to have your own database. Papaano? Yun nga yung ginagawa nilang customer loyalty card, which is you have their, you're giving your information to them, right? So downwards, once they have this strategy, nakuha na nila, their advertising objectives will be promoted as well. So paano yon? It's either with the sales promotion, yan, on this side, and they give, you can also give special offers through advertising. So, di ba basically merong doon sa mga promos nila sa newspaper or otherwise sa mga magazines, they're giving some coupons, right? And otherwise, dun sa mga, if you download the application of Jollibee, if you're going to order through those apps, you will have this discount or otherwise may freebies ka. So those are the advertising objectives na they're promoting as well. The other one is here is you can use direct mail and telephone to build a stronger relationship. Although they are not using here this one in Jollibee, but in the future with other kind of business establishment, you can actually do this as well. Dun sa advertising objectives mo. Then going down from advertising objectives, you will then have your own creative strategy. So paano naman to? How are you going to advertise? Is it through, ayan nga, yung mailings, if you feel this would be more appropriate, right? And then the other one would be the media strategy. Okay. So yung media, it's a form of advertising. So kung gagamitin mo ba yung sa through channel na to, okay? Kung through the TV broadcasting, what channel, saan mo siya ipapalabas? If you're going to print the ads, paano, which publication, anong newspaper, anong magazine ang gagamitin mo. So you have to be specific enough with those kind of strategy. All right? Okay. Now let's move on with the other topic of the 5 questions you must answer. So it states here, once you have determined your objective, to make your plan work, you must look at things from the point of view of the people you are addressing. So dahil nga on the previous topic, we already learned how to, how to know our target market. Okay, we understood already the 5 elements on how to know them. It is really is very, very crucial enough na we should know the people. Okay, you should be viewing your own company, your own objectives from their perspective. So it would be aligned with the objective, the mission of your company doon sa i-offer mo sa kanila. So it is from their perspective that any communication must be planned. Okay, so these are the 5 questions. Simple questions lang ang nakalagay din dito that you should be able to answer. So first thing is, who are you talking to? Yan, maya isa-isahin din natin to. These are the only 5 questions. Next would be, what are you trying to get them to do? Okay, why should they do what you want? Diba? Parang may pinapagawa ka sa kanila. Ano ba yun? And where do you find them and when should you speak to them? So it would be a tricky question from this point of view. Pero if we will discuss it one by one, now you will understand why these 5 questions are very important, very crucial when it comes to direct marketing. Okay, moving on. Let's just discuss this. Why some advertisements fail, right? Let's just give an example for this one. I won't know if you have heard this type of vehicle ng Tata. So they have this Tata Nano, which is a very small vehicle. I'm not sure. Wala kasi ako nakita dito sa Pilipinas, but I've seen this with the other promotions in the YouTube, the advertisements of this one. So ang question dito is, let's go back again with the question, who are you talking to on this particular product? So basically on this product, their target market are yung middle class or yung lower or middle class. So ang sabi dito, number 1, the pricing of the Nano was too expensive for the lower middle class. So that is the reason why the people didn't buy this this vehicle. Knowing the fact na sabi, affordable supposed to be para sa lower middle class. Wherein, if you can see the number 2, it wouldn't college-going students buy a fancy motorcycle for less than 1 lakh instead of buying 1.5. As you all know, the Tata Nano is a brand or produced by Indians. So if you will convert this 1.5 lakh Nano, it is already 1 million dito sa atin. So do you think ang lower middle class can afford to buy that vehicle? Actually, with that amount na 1 million, it's already a fancy vehicle. Katulad ng mga Toyota Vios na lang, di ba? That is affordable na para sa mga middle class. But then again, if your prospect buyers are the lower middle class, they wouldn't buy this one because they all know that this vehicle is already ayan lang dito sa number 3, it is tagged as a cheap. So para sa mga Indian, of course, they would like to show off their vehicle na yung very classy, somehow na mamahalin kahit papano. But of course, they wouldn't opt to think of buying this at the same time with that kind of price. So, and then the disadvantage of this vehicle, hindi siya yung user-friendly rin kasi if a lower middle class family would buy this one, ang afford lang ay kakaunting pwedeng sumakay. So those are the advertisement na if you're going to produce a particular product, first think kung sino ang iyong customer. If do you think na kung talaga para sa lower middle class, then you have to lower the price as well. It would be more appropriate for them to buy talaga, right? So what are you trying to get them to do? Of course, you want to buy the that kind of vehicle para sa, depende sa status ng buyer. Okay? So that's why there are some advertisement or some products would really fail to do so. Okay, now let's move on. So who are you talking to further discuss more on the question who? So there are 3 ways to get in touch with customers, right? So first is to talk to your sales or telephone people. Cite in on their sales pitches, yeah? Listen to their conversations and customers. So there are, I forgot his name. There is a certain businessman that he wanted to say, if I could only go to the counter at the same time. Kumbaga, he is the businessman and at the same time, he wanted to know more about the customer. Um, kung ano yung need na kailangan niya. That's why it states there na you have to talk to your sales or telephone people. Isn't it na may mga outgoing calls tayo? It's either after sales or go follow up with their clients, or otherwise proactive call tayo. Let's listen to kung anong kailangan nila, di ba? That's one way. Then the number 2 here is go shopping in a street market at least once a month. It only means to say that you have to deal with other different kind of people and to know kung ano yung basic na necessity na, I mean yung needs nila, kung does it vary with the color, kung importante ba yung para sa kanila, yung texture or everything, kung anong klaseng product na that would be suitable for them, right? So every now and then you have to at least put on their shoes, sa customers' shoes, para mas maintindihan mo kung ano yung mga pangailangan nila. So number 3 here is to invest regularly in group discussions amongst your customers or street interviews. That's why every now and then, the big companies really have their own research and development. They really invested so much of their time and effort and money at the same time to have this office, research and development, because they are really investing with knowing and interviewing, surveying everything kung ano would fit with their target or their prospect consumers. So of course, with that one, para malaman natin who are we going to talk to, let's go to our customers directly. No? Okay, so the next one would be, what are you trying to get them to do? So it only means that how are you going to offer the product or service? So sabi dito, describe the product precisely and briefly. Kaya if we go back again a while ago with Winston Churchill, we should use only what? Smart words, short words, simple words lamang to introduce our product, right? So first, describe what you're selling. Be precise and brief as possible, right? Hindi na yung kinakailangan masyadong flowery words to introduce your product, right? Then number 2 here is the most effective communication here is you may not in fact start by showing the product, no? Yung at the instance, di ba, gano'n naman normally dun sa mga commercials natin, hindi naman kagad pinapakita kung ano yung product, but then again, they are first describing, di ba, kung ano yung product na yon. Di ba, parang yung Jollibee lang, hap, sarap pa lang. Maaamoy mo pa lang you will already imagine that thing, right? Hindi pa pinapakita yung mismong product, but then again, those description, those adjectives, that would really describe this product. And it may start by concentrating on its benefits. So with such different kinds of products sa buong mundo, everything has an equation of, yung equivalent niya na adjective to describe certain things. Parang din sa tao, kung maganda ka, di ba? Kung talented ka, gano'n lang naman din. You're going to, how it's like in Facebook, di ba? yung minsan kahit wala yung ano natin picture, but then again the other people will already know na sige nito yan dahil kilala ko na siya, di ba? May mga picture siya ng mga halaman because I know him na ano siya, mahilig magtanim ng halaman, yung parang ganun. So if you're in the Facebook, you have your account in Facebook, you're already selling yourself to the public. Parang ganun din. If you have your own product, how are you going to reach out? How are you going to sell your product to them? Okay, next. So now moving on, kung kanina, how to understand your customer. Now, who knows when and where? So this is related still with the 5 questions. Where and when will you meet your prospect? So if we already understood the target market, who are our target market, now when and where? So the question here, the 3 stages here would be, number 1 would be your customers want to buy when they want to buy, not when you want to sell. It only means to say na pag tayo, mga customer, if we need that particular thing dahil maganda na siya, we all know the quality and the brand itself. So we could have a repeat order kahit hindi tayo bentahan, di ba? Ganun lang siya. So because in direct selling, we all know that database is very essential. Kahit hindi natin siya padala ng flyers or ng direct mails, bibili at bibili ang ating consumer. So kaya nga sinasabing when the customer will come back, so it's the initiative of the customer because of the magandang brand or a magandang quality that you already introduced to them. And then the number 2 here is a better way of looking at it is that if you give your buyers more opportunities or excuses or reasons to buy, then they will. So another, medyo in contrast sa number 1, but then again, nga naman, if you will be persistent enough to introduce more of what product that you have to your clients, no? Yun na, papasok na dito yung mga direct mail na. Yan, it's how are you going to promote more to them. So that is, if you have more promotions, then they will have the reasons to buy. Okay. The number 3 here is the more you communicate. Yan. This is for pertaining again with the consistent communication, with not just having a follow-up call or just giving them flyers every now and then. No? Kahit paano monthly or kung talagang nakaschedule siya for your advertisement, then do so. So with good reasons to communicate, the better you're likely to do. Para nandun yung initiative din ng client natin or ng customers natin na when are they going to buy again, yung paulit-ulit na. So the question here, and the moral lesson here is, it states here, you may easily be able when planning media to find out where to reach your customers. Yeah. But don't underestimate the number of occasions when you should hit them. So normally kasi pag tayo with a other business establishment, we come up or think of promoting only when it comes to may mga occasions, which is not supposed to be. There should be a consistent communication nga sa ating clients. So every now and then, so that you can have your repeat orders with the product or service that you have, then try to communicate with your clients as always. That's why we discuss this topic for planning, and it would be very more essential for your part as a business entrepreneurs someday. And I think that is all. I would like you to study more, research more with regards to our course, the direct marketing. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day.